Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ridge to Creek Outdoors episode. As we promised you guys, we're going to put together an episode today just going over basic trout techniques. The fourth Saturday in April is the opener for Washington Lowland lakes. And so it's a great opportunity to get the kids out there and just great time to be outdoors and catch some trout. And so I wanted to cover three techniques with you guys to help you guys get on some fish this spring, and they're just super basic. Just takes a few different pieces of tackle to make it happen. And so let's get going, let's get started, and hopefully this will help you guys out. Alrighty, so let's go over our rod first. So I have here a Shakespeare 7-foot light action rod, and the light action's great. You know, with these lowland lakes, they're stocked with 12 to 14 inch, 10-inch trout, and so you really are able to detect the bite on the end of the rod there. And of course it's fun because the rod has a lot of action when you're reeling in a fish. So this is what I got here. It's 7-foot light action. And then over here I went with a Fluger, nice Fluger spinning reel, and all I have on here is 8-pound test. You could probably get away with 6-pound test as well. I mean, you're not going to be fighting anything super big, but you also want to have some decent line on the end. So 6 to 8 pound for your main line is pretty good. And so that's basically it for the rod. And the nice thing is these Shakespeares, so we got the Shakespeare Micro Series here. 25 bucks for a rod, so you can't beat it. They're cost effective, and if you don't have a rod and you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are perfect for that. Alrighty, so the first technique that we like to use is we like to take a woolly bugger, chartreuse, black, and occasionally the purple one works good too. But if you notice these fish in the morning and in the evenings, they're all up on the surface eating the bugs, and so a green chartreuse woolly bugger with the gold bead on the front is very effective. And we usually pair that up with just a split shot. You can get these in various sizes, but we'll put on 2 of these, about, I don't know, probably 4 feet up the line, just to get that. You just want to get that woolly bugger down below the surface, the first 3 feet of water. And when you're trolling the woolly buggers, you're just going pretty slow. If you're running a Minn Kota on the back of the boat, I would say, put it on speed 2, and that should be a pretty good speed for you to get some action with the woolly bugger. So that's number 1. We always run one of those out the side of the boat. Okay, so for number 2, a max lure, wedding ring, and a worm. You'll always catch fish on this setup, guaranteed. And so the way we set that up is on your main line coming down here, we're going to put a weight on. You can use a couple split shots as well for this. I usually go with a little bit heavier weight. I don't have the exact ounce on that, but a 1/4 ounce weight, and then your swivel, and then you got 24 inches a leader down to your wedding ring. And then I like to change the hooks out and tie a double hook setup. So I like to use the Gamakatsu size 1 split shot drop shot hooks. They're great hooks. They're a thin wire, and so they're very sharp. And whether you're kokanee fishing or trout fishing, it's pretty hard for these fish to get off with these hooks. There's very good success rate on hooking and landing ratio, and so these are a great hook. I have a previous video on how to tie a double hook setup, so if you're wanting to do this and modify your wedding ring, go back and I'll put the link to that video at the end of this one, and it'll show you exactly how to tie this double hook setup. So you're just gonna put the worm, feed it through both hooks there, and you're fishing. And you know, we're letting this out behind the boat. You know, you could even just cast it behind the boat, get back about 40 feet. And if you're trolling a Minn Kota, you want to go fast enough to get this spinner going. So, you know, probably number 3 on your Minn Kota will do the trick. And so yes, so Max Lure wedding ring is an absolute go-to in our boat, and has put up a lot of fish over the years. It's the old classic standby, wedding ring and a worm. Okay, and for the third basic trout technique here is our power bait setup. Everybody loves a good power bait setup. Now, if you don't have the ability to troll, then power bait is a great way to get some fish if you're stuck on the shore. There's a lot, do some research, but there is a lot of lakes around that have great access points. If you're unable to get out on the water, there's some great access points, so you're able to cast power bait out there and get in on the action as well. So similar setup, we're gonna have our weight down to our swivel. I personally don't like to run a super heavy weight because I don't want to be reeling in my gear and dragging up all the seaweed and grass on the bottom of the lake. So it's nice to get out there a ways, but also you don't want to be dragging up the bottom of the lake with you. So go with kind of a middle of the road, not too light, not too heavy lead. And then the leader. So the leader is super critical when you're running power bait. So what power bait does, it's like a flotation. Okay, so you're gonna cast it out there, your weight's gonna be sitting on the bottom, and then your bait's gonna be kind of suspended up here like this. So when you're running power bait, you need to get above the weed line. So if your lake is super weedy, I would start with a 4-foot leader. Start about 4 feet, and if that's not working, you can always shrink it down. But if you're running a short leader and you just keep bringing back weeds when you're checking your bait, then I would definitely recommend on extending that leader out to try and get above that weed line. Same hook setup, running the same Gamakatsu size 1 split shot drop shot hooks for that. And yeah, chartreuse green. I mean, there's so many colors of power bait out there. This one's just always been my favorite. It's garlic power bait. So that's it. That's the 3 techniques for you guys. Alrighty, everybody. Well, those are the 3 techniques that we love to use chasing these fish on these lowland lakes. And so I hope this helps you. Reach out. If you have questions, please drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you guys have. And so, yeah, I hope this works out. Good luck this year, and feel free to send some pictures our way and share your catches with us. So thank you guys for following along. I'm hoping to get some more videos out for you guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And like I said, any questions, you know, we're all in this together to help each other out to catch fish, so I'm more than happy to answer questions for you guys. So thank you guys for watching.